Fantastic. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. A Feralburg Inn. Always wanted my own pub, and here we are, mate.
Wow.
Can't believe it. I can't believe you found it.
Well, lucky you gave me some directions, otherwise I would have been still driving around out there.
Yeah. Well, mate, let me tell you something. The real estate agent said to me that the bloke that owns the place is uncontactable, and that's why the price was so low. He was trying to get rid of it, but I've heard out from some of the locals that he's actually now in a nut house in New South Wales because he had a traumatic event.
Oh.
Yeah. But every cloud
Yeah.
has a silver lining.
So now you're...
At the end of the day.
This is your pub.
12 acres, mate.
Wow.
12 acres. I've got 2 barns at the back. We've got a pig called Belinda. She came with the place. And did you see the... Sorry, in fact, don't mention the little fella. No. He's, you know, the guy with the dicky bow on? With the jacket? Yeah. Yeah. That's John. That's Big John.
Yeah.
We could call him Big John. Yeah, but that's Big John.
So what, am I allowed to talk to him at all?
You can talk to him, just be careful. He doesn't say a lot, but he's the door security.
Okay.
There's not a lot that little fella. He sort of came with the place, to be honest with you, but there's not a lot he can't do, to be honest, round here. And he loves that little pig Belinda, so I didn't have the heart to get rid of the pig, so I said keep it. But he's got a place over there, it's caravan over there, which he lives in. Pay him a few quid, he's zapper, does everything all day, never leaves the place, fantastic. So there you go.
He taught me the secret handshake on the way in as well.
Did he?
Yeah. I thought it was unusual for a doorman to show me that.
Yeah, I'll have to have a think about that one, pal, to be honest with you. Right, well, anyway, so over there, that's a piggery.
Yeah.
That's Brendan Allpig. Or, well, his name's actually Alpig, which is A-L-P-I-G, but he put another L in it because he wants to be known for all pig. It's all pork.
Yeah.
His motto is, all pigs, we're all pork.
I wonder what that smell was actually.
Yeah, oh, it's pretty feral, to be honest with you. Feral pig, obviously. Yeah. But no, it does stink a little bit down there. But yeah, but he's alright, he's a nice enough guy. I met his nephew the other day, Mincer.
It's his surname Pig?
Well, no, he actually is. He's not gay. Right? He actually is a mincer. So I don't know where you were going with that.
Minces the pigs.
Yeah, he does indeed. Yeah, mincer. Couldn't believe it, would you? Yeah. God bless him anyway. Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, listen. I won't show you around now. We're going to be opening in probably about an hour. So you can go up, have a bit of a wash and a clean up, and then I'll show you around the place, so you can have a little bit of a look. I'll take you down in the basement.
Sure.
Very interesting down there, mate. Take you around over by the babbling brook we've got down the bottom down there as well.
Yeah.
Nice bridge across there, so stuff like that. So we're pretty good. So yeah, but yeah. So historically, mate, I can't tell you anything about the place because I know you like history.
Well, I was thinking this place has been here for a lot longer than you have, so it must have been around for quite a while.
Well, I was up in the loft, in the hay loft. I got a boiler there. And out the outside of the boiler, got a load of old newspapers and stuff like that. Right? Found that in there. Have a look at this. Because from what I can gather, the only thing I can see on Google from this place is about the 1930s, and it's just some obscure pictures from old newspapers. So that would fit quite nicely with this. I've got a few of those. You can have that, by the way. Yeah, I've got a few of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Monday, September 4, 1939.
1939. How about that?
Cool. Jeez.
So, but before that, the interweb doesn't tell you anything about this place at all. Absolutely nothing at all.
No record.
No, nothing at all. In fact, you can't even get GPS here, which you probably noticed when you were trying to do your sat into your car.
And my radio cut out.
Yeah, can't even get GPS down here, mate. Nothing at all.
Wow.
So we've had to put in, I think there's Alpig's he's put in some sort of
transmitter?
They call them aerial transmitter type thing there, so you can get a little bit of phone if you go to server, but it doesn't matter, mate, because nobody uses it down here, to be honest with you. So there you go. But I was down, funnily enough, before we move anywhere else. Look at that fucking camel over there.
Is it?
Mate, can you believe that?
Is that a camel?
Hang on a second. Right. 3 days now I've been telling him, right, to sort the fences out at the back of his yard. Just stand over a minute, yeah. Go and have a look yourself, mate. Try not to fall over. Has he had a drink yet?
Phew. What's that all about?
Eh?
What's
Big
it?
hairy ass camel mouse. Can you believe this?
Oh, I think it's a Bactrian.
Mind you, there's a few of the pigs over there that look a bit strange, to be honest with you. And he's a big boy, isn't he? Yeah, I'll have to get him to sort them bloody fences out over there. Anyway, where was I? Right, you're going to love this, mate, yeah?
What?
I just put my glasses on. I was down in the basement, next door.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got to go through the main bar through there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, you know where the stage is?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So you go down into the cell. I'll take you down there in a bit.
Yeah.
All the old cellars still here from the 30s, you can tell from the brickwork. And I was working my way through it, just full of boxes and all sorts of crap, right? And then right in the wall, there was like an archway. And it was bricked up. And it was like a proper archway had been built. So I got little, sorry, I'm going to have to get used to saying that he's going to go up. So I got Big John with a sledgehammer to come down, and he made short work of it. Bust this wall thread, no problem at all. Found a great big chest in there with a load of old newspapers. Again, same as this, but a little bit older. Pre-1930s. I found these babies. And I also found an old photograph, which I'll get for you in a minute. And that was in the case as well. And it was completely covered. This new area of cellar goes right the way down to the river.
Secret tunnel.
Well, it's got like two like walkways on it, as if like they were rolling barrels or something. So it looks like this is the previous basement. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, have a listen to this. I made notes. You taught me well. So, from what I can gather from these books, right? This book here was written by a guy called Oliver. Right? Now, the name's a bit weird because he calls himself Oliver of the Feralburg.
Sounds
Right?
like
Well, Feralburg, I can't quite make it out, but I'll use my own English anyway, right? So, Oliver of the Feralburg, right? Now, feral is, of course, wild animal, wild beast, right? And a berg is a...
iceberg. A city.
Well, it's a walled off town.
Yeah.
It's a walled off town.
Right.
No flies on you, unlike that camel.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll let you have a little perusal. Just have a little perusal while I'm going through this. Just have a look. So there's a few pictures and that in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, old Oliver, it turns out, right?
Yeah.
He says, and it looks like he wrote this in the in his 60s, right? So this isn't him writing a diary as he's going along. This is him writing a diary a little bit later on in his life. And I know that because in this other book here, his son takes over and his granddaughter takes over. So it's a little bit of a continuation, right? So have a listen to this. You're going to love this, right? Father, I will read down a bit, right? Okay, right. Right, we left Portsmouth, yeah, we left Portsmouth in late spring of 1786. Right? Right, the first fleet didn't leave till 1787, Steve. So this is a fleet, 1786, right? Gets better, right? So 2 gold convict transport ships and a barque, B-A-R-Q-U-E. I don't know what that is, but I suppose it's some sort of ship, isn't it, yeah?
Yeah.
2 supply ships and a gunship carrying 10 guns and marines should this human cargo choose to offer resistance. I had not yet attained my 25th year at this time, so he's obviously talking about, you know, this is history that he's talking about, this is an ongoing diary, right? And I will speak little of the time before we set sail, other than to say that I was innocent of all the crimes that his honour sentenced me to. My penalty was life on the penal colony at Botany Bay.
But There's no record of. Is that what you're saying?
Oh mate, all I could say to you, right, is this is either rewriting Australian history, right, or a very clever landlord has decided that he's going to rewrite history to sell his business and his pub.
Ah, we don't
But
know.
I'll tell you something, mate, if you have a look at this book, this is definitely from that period. The writing's the same. Anyway, right, we'll go on. I'll summarise again, right, because we'll be here all night otherwise. I know you want to go and have a shower. Right. Right, okay, right, so Ollie, he was on board ship for 3 months with a right bunch of scumbags, according to him, including a priest who had been excommunicated for, get this, the most heinous of crimes, eh? Nothing changes, does it?
Stealing wafers.
Yeah. A circus strongman who went by the name of Jonas, who had the strength of 2 men, yet was no higher in stature than just above my waist. It gets even more intriguing than that, mate. You're going to love this. Right, and it turns out that the entire fleet ended up crashing off the rocks in a storm somewhere off the coast.
Here.
Yeah. Well, according to this, obviously, yeah. And the only survivors were 21 convicts, namely 14 men with Jonas and the priest amongst them, 7 women, of whom 6 were the most wretched hags, and a pintail,
Not sure.
who I grew to love, called Molly.
Yeah.
Now, I did look up pintail.
I'm just going to say, what is a pintail?
It's a 17th century word for nice looking girl.
Ah. And nowadays we call one of a
17th century, sort of 18th century.
I didn't think it would be a surfboard because there's a pintail surf.
Well, he was obviously still thinking of the punani, even though he was trying to survive, wasn't he?
Just say tsunami.
Yeah. Tsunami, even while he was trying to survive.
He's trying to ride the pintail
He
through the
is.
tsunami.
He was fair play to him. Anyway, don't check. I've got you, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got you. Right.
I've got the pictures of the ships here.
Right.
Well, that's a bug.
Right. So by his account, right? Okay. I don't think these are pictures of the actual ships, though.
No, I don't.
No, I think this is stuff he's added after. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Probably.
all this is very intriguing when you think about this was written after the event, right? Right, so by his account, they all moved inland, and after about a week they found fresh water, which is what you do, and fertile land, right? No doubt they would have had a shitload of stuff, because obviously the ship's crashing on rocks and everything else, right? So they've gone inland, and they got a visit of a native male, right? And apparently, Oliver thought that this native male was trying to tell him to clear off, like go back where you come from. Oh, the irony, right? But it turns out, because Oliver's quite a clever boy, yeah, that he was telling them not to settle, that the land was bad, dark spirits, evil spirits.
Oh,
right. This is what he's explaining when he's rambling on.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So anyway, like in true Aussie flick horror, yeah, they fucking ignore him and they just stay where they are, right? Molly's up the duff, so he's already up with Molly and they settle. Right, and while they're here, get this, they find some domesticated pigs. Now, how on earth are they going to find domesticated pigs
Unless.
3 to 4 days upriver off the coast of an unsettled country?
Unless someone had been here before. Right.
But we know who'd been there before. Captain Cook.
Yeah.
And Captain Cook had a policy of releasing pigs along the coastlines of these lands so that if anybody settled it afterwards, because of course pigs are big breeders, aren't they? Yeah. Then they'd have something to eat, they'd have domesticated animals.
So they found the remnants of Cook's pigs.
And just so happens that we happen to have a large supply of our own pigs here. It's all starting to fit tidily into place, isn't it, mate?
All pigs.
It's all looking, mate. This guy was either clever who wrote this, yeah, or we were looking at something completely different.
I think the history is going to be changed.
Mate, I think it will. I think it warmed myself. I think we've only just scraped the surface, which is what I'm doing here. There's bags of them, mate. I've got another half of this and another one of these to go.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, kids are born. Now, here's an interesting part in it, right? One night he describes the whole of the encampment, the community, going absolutely chops off, and all the old hags are screaming and shouting, right? Because a 5-year-old child has gone missing. So they follow the tracks, apparently, down to at the bottom, the lake at the bottom, the river at the bottom, right? And there's no trace. And it looks like the tracks of a wild animal. So anyway, the native male turns up and he talks about a dark beast that lives in the river, which is the reason why he was trying to warn them not to settle here.
Sort of like a mystical bunyip.
Because he's exactly right, mate, like a bunyip, yeah? But he's basically saying, or he's saying in this book, right, that guy, that native guy, there was no native people here. There were no native people here at all, and he was being warned, don't settle here, don't settle here, don't settle here. But they didn't listen. And then he comes back and he says, yes, because there's a beast, or some sort of wild animal, as he describes, that lives down there. So, let's see if we can find that little quote here, right? So, I mean, this says Feralburg Inn. Are we talking about feral as in feral pig? I know it's got a picture of a pig. Or are we talking about a wild beast?
And that's why they called it Feralburg, because there's a wild.
Correct. In my humble opinion, and according to this book, right? Now, gets better, mate, right? So, he decides that he's going to settle everybody down, yeah? And he's going to turn the community, or he's going to build a burg. He's going to build a burg to protect them from...
the beast out.
To protect them from the feral that lurks in the river. So this is where we're getting Feralburg from, isn't it? So, anyway, so, anyway, it's far too much to go on in there. Listen, but it's intriguing. There's loads left. I've only had a time to scan. I only found these the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? But there's loads to go through here. But we'll have a look at that later.
Sure.
All right?
Sounds good.
Okay. So I reckon you go and have a shower. And I'll give you the rest of the story. No, you'll be fine, mate, seriously. You don't smell too bad, yeah? But anyway, yeah, well, I was thinking to myself, we wanted to do that idea in the past of having some really, really good chat. I know this is a bit of a distraction, but I reckon we could do some good chat and we can tie this in with it, yeah?
Sure, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I reckon this, being the private members bar, yeah, it used to be men only, but I've changed that. Because I'm that sort of guy.
You're forward thinking. So
absolutely, mate. I am a progressive.
Renaissance man.
Yeah, right. So I've decided to make it for men and women, but that means then we can get some interesting bodies, and I know that you know a lot of interesting bodies. Anyway, so don't worry about it, right? Come back later, go and have a shower, go up to the top bedroom. You've even got your own toilet in there, mate.
No,
no,
gosh.
yeah, but the showers are still outside.
Yeah.
I've got to sort that one out yet anyway, and the water's cold.
Okay.
All right, but you'll be fine. There is a towel in there for you.
Yeah.
All right.
No beasts lurking out there?
No, you'll be fine, mate. Oh, don't worry, mate. Don't worry.
No.
You'll come back just to hear this later.
Yeah.
Anyway, go and get yourself off, and I'll see you back here a little bit later. What do you reckon?
Okay.
Sweet. See you soon, bud.
See you then.
Sweet.
And now it's time for the little man. Goodbye.